1999. What a victory for the Sri Lankans. A fantastic effort.
Here's the man who's been largely responsible for us over the last.
The first World Cup, that is a thrill of joy, and England.
Welcome to another episode of Match Point by Dr. Adnan, and you are watching a very special episode of Match Point. If you remember that we asked you a question in this GT20 league, that who is the favorite player for Dr. Adnan in this GT20 league? So there we go. Yes, Dr. Adnan.
Yes, lot of correct answers we have received, and already we have given them the gold passes for the playoffs. So right now, if still you are not knowing, it is right next to us. So still there is an open chance. You can come to the Greatest Empire, you can come to the Match Point YouTube pages, Facebook pages, and still our gold passes are open. 8th player in the ODI history to achieve this feat, and the first since Scalper Vessels. The unique feat from playing from the two countries, and he is only one in the history of cricket, in the modern cricket or the old cricket over 1 century, the only man who has played from Australia as well as from the New Zealand, and right now he is a proud Kiwi, and lot of batting records at his name, Master Blaster, and he is the player who has played for the Wellington for the New Zealand, for the Slate for Birmingham Bears, Somerset, Perth Scorchers, Mumbai Indians, and also Islamabad United. And you know how he has demolished Karachi Kings and how he has punished the opponent bowlers and threw them out of the game, making Islamabad United again the champion for the second record time. And we are here right next to us, the aggressive batsman Luke Ronchi. Hello Ronchi.
How are you?
How are you? Fine. It's such pleasure that you honored my show, and you are here at the Match Point. We are very happy.
Well, thanks for having me.
Yes, and we asked a question from our audience that who is the favorite player of Dr. Adnan, and here we go. You are the favorite player for Dr. Adnan.
So for the Global T20, we just want to ask about first of all, we will ask Luke that how is the experience coming all around the North America, and previously never the league has been played. So about your vision for the Global T20 in this region of the world.
It's to make it global, I guess, is to promote the game as much as you can to a new audience. I think there's obviously a lot of expat people from different places who are here who love cricket, so but it's also good to have some international players come in and play a good brand of cricket and a good skill-based sort of competition. So the biggest thing is just expanding the game of cricket to the world, really.
And Luke, as the league is progressing, where you are seeing the flaws of the league, because the first time league has been, as a player, you have internationally covered all the shows, all the cricket grounds and all the matches, World Cups and extremely fantastic games of cricket around the world. So any flaws which you have seen should not be here and should be improved for the next time?
I think it's because it's such a new competition, it's just those little teething issues with certain things I'd like to iron out, and I guess they're probably the wicket as well. The way the wicket's played has been a bit sort of up and down. So just a few little things that sort of they can improve on for going forward or make it even better. And it's still been good because it was such a quickly put together tournament. So for it to come out sort of the way it has gone really well. So a few little improvements in certain areas, and it'll just get better and better.
Yep. And I just want to tell you about the Luke Ronchi when his career was started, and that was the extraordinary career when he was playing for the Aussies and those times, but he was little late about the Brad Haddon until he had to wait for him. But then he was polished under Braden McCullum, and we will just ask Luke about some of the memories of those days playing with the McCullum and how you were, polished under his captaincy.
He just made cricket really enjoyable. He sort of made us comfortable in our positions and our roles and things like that, and in amongst the group, and gave you a lot of time to sort of get prepare for your role, I guess, or sort of try and perfect your role. So he was a really good captain who sort of led from the front, and then off the pitch as well. He just made it a lot of fun. It was always just enjoyable playing for New Zealand, and the group got on really well, and we were striving for the same sort of goals, I guess, or the same results and things like that. So it was just a lot of fun.
And Luke, I just still remember your 51 ball 100 against Queensland when playing as a Aussie. So those days, how that came into the favour of the Luke Ronchi, as we have heard that the Australian cricket circuit and the English, the most strongest domestic seasons, which make the player polish, whether the bowler, whether the batsman. So how that helped you out?
I don't know. I think it's just you play cricket around the world. You play cricket in different countries, and you sort of. I've always been a big believer in to get better at cricket, you need to play against the best players, and that's sort of the best way to get better, because you're learning just from watching people play and seeing how they go about things. So whenever you go, I'm almost still, even now, you're always learning when you play cricket. So wherever I go, I still like watching the way other people prepare and what they do to perform the way they perform, and then I try and take little bits and pieces of their game styles or their preparations and things, and try and add it to my game as well. And days like that, that game against Queensland was just one of those days where things sort of came off really, and I was trying lots of different things and trying to hit the ball hard and stuff, and I was just lucky enough on that day, and it just all clicked together and things went my way.
Yeah, and we will ignite some memories for the World Cup final also, but before we will go on the innings of Luke Ronchi, and we will show you the clips on the screen also. 99 ball 170 in the Dunedin against Sri Lanka. That is still the biggest and the highest score coming at the number 7 and hitting the opponents like that. Luke, about any memories about that match against the Sri Lanka?
There's obviously a lot of memories. It was good. That was a lot of fun. The biggest thing was I had a good partnership with Grant Elliott. So Grant Elliott, I put on a world record partnership in that innings, and I'd played domestically with Grant for Wellington, so it was good for the two of us to bat together for as long as we did and put on a good partnership and get the team into a position where we could win the game. So it was certainly a fun day, that's for sure.
Yeah, before coming to the Islamabad United, 1-2 questions I want to ask you regarding the Martin Crowe, the great Martin Crowe, rest in peace. We were so grieved to hear about that. Richie went, and the guy who made us happy around the 80s. What was the feeling of Kiwis in those days, losing Martin Crowe like this, the one of the greatest batsmen of his era?
Yeah, you're right. I mean, it's obviously a sad thing when he'd been sick for quite some time. So it was, I guess, you probably got the thought of it happening was almost, you get a bit more used to the idea of he might pass away, and unfortunately when he did, it was such a sad time for New Zealand cricket and New Zealand in general. A couple of the guys, Ross Taylor and Martin Gupta, were good friends with him, so we sort of had to look after them a bit as well and make sure they were okay. It was just a sad time for New Zealand cricket.
Yeah, and going to the World Cup grand finale, New Zealand got the extraordinary chance to win the World Cup, and we were with the New Zealand, but unfortunately New Zealand couldn't make that game. How you felt about seeing the World Cup so close, and unfortunately New Zealand has been terrific in the previous World Cup, but 3 times lost to the Pakistans in the semi-finals, and that was the first time they reached to the grand finale, and then losing like this. And although the things were in the favour of Australia, their home ground, their Melbourne, MCG, the short grounds of New Zealand, things were not in that much favour, but we were thinking that you guys are too much familiar with those grounds as compared to the other opponents, as their immediate neighbours.
Yeah.
So where the things went wrong?
I think it was just one, because we'd played so well through the whole World Cup and we hadn't lost any games as well, and like I said before, we were just going out there and playing sort of carefree cricket, just playing the way we knew how to play. And on that particular day, unfortunately for us, it wasn't to be. We didn't sort of execute plans as well as we should have, or we didn't bat well in different periods and things like that. So unfortunately, we lost. I mean, it's past the cricket.
The part of the game.
Yeah, unfortunately, but it was still an amazing experience. It's still the best time of my life, cricket-wise, to be involved with that World Cup and to get so close to winning it. But it was a good time.
And moving ahead, as the show is passing out, want to tell you about the Luke Ronchi, that a part of the cricketer. He's a gem of a person and a gem of a human being. If you go back to the 2014 when the New Zealanders, Kiwis landed into the Sharjah against Pakistan, and some of the sorry incidences happening in the Peshawar in the school, the incidents of the boys. This fellow right now, the gem of a person, Luke Ronchi, was the first one to withdraw from the match and giving their match fee and giving their the prize money for those kids who were suffering like this. So that was such sorry incidents in the Pakistan which happened at the school, and we so much appreciate Kiwis at that time who were ready to withdraw the game, but then with the approval of the Pakistan Cricket Board, they had to play the game, and New Zealanders beating Pakistan in that series also. So how were the feeling, Luke? We appreciate you guys, all of the teams.
That was because it was the same. That was the same test where Phil Hughes passed away. It was the same time, so there was a lot of sadness around from both areas or from both teams and stuff like that. So it was quite a tough sort of period to be about and things like that. So everyone sort of felt the same way and just wanted to just give as much as they could, pretty much.
Yeah, Luke, you are right, because those days were the tough days when the Australian cricket also lost the son, and later on the Richie Beno went away after that. Those are the most sad times of the cricket. The bad news came. So here we will just go on the short break, and when we will come after the short break, we will just play straight drive and the rapid fire with Luke Ronchi. Stay tuned with the Match Point. You are watching this exclusively on eAwaaz. Yes, welcome back on the Match Point. Right now, Luke Ronchi, the New Zealand star, the Kiwi star, the superstar of Islamabad United, is right with us in the Match Point special episode. Luke, playing the PSL, how was the experience?
Brilliant. And we won, so that was the best part of it.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to ask you a question. How do you define Danny Morrison?
Danny Morrison?
Yes.
Strange.
But he's one of the favorite, one of the best friends of ours.
Yeah.
So
he's one of the very good
the question
friends
was,
of ours.
define Danny Morrison.
Yeah.
No, he's good. He's actually really good. He's got a likable personality. He's always bubbly and energetic and stuff. And,
Yes.
And for the commentary he does over there, they love what he says with the commentary and things. So he's just really good to have around for those sort of leagues and tournaments and stuff to really hype it up even more. So he's good value to have around.
So
Perfect.
Luke, we saw the 19 ball 50, the second fastest in the PSL. So when are we seeing the fastest by Luke Ronchi?
But what have you got?
In the PSL?
Who knows? Who knows? I had it for a little bit. I had it for a few days, and then Cameron Atmel broke it again. So, if it happens, it happens. Who knows?
So Luke, what is inside the red book of Dino?
Yeah.
We want to know.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll be allowed to say. We'll give away all this.
You hold that book. Yes.
Yeah, I hold that book.
Yeah.
We hold that book. But Dino
requested him, Dino, can I hold your book? So
Dino said, don't open it. You can, but I cannot release the secret formula. So here we go, the straight drive with Luke Ronchi, Dr. Dilnishi,
Yeah.
on fire.
Yes. What's your favorite singer?
Oh gosh. My favourite band would be the Foo Fighters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Favorite movie?
Oh Jesus. Probably Shawshank Redemption.
Favorite spot in America and Canada?
I've only been to one, so I'll say Toronto.
Okay. Favorite ground?
Oh gosh, probably the Sydney Cricket Ground.
Favorite, best and favorite moment in your career?
Oh gosh, probably the World Cup. Being involved with the World Cup was amazing.
Favorite food?
Lasagna.
Favorite destination?
Home.
Okay. What was the time when you were deceived twice?
Deceived toys?
Yeah,
At one place.
at one place.
Gosh, I have no idea.
No.
Most annoying thing.
Most annoying thing in my life. I really don't know. Traffic.
Oh yeah. Okay. So most your best habit.
My best habit.
Yeah.
Knowing when to shut my mouth.
Okay. Your worst.
Not talking enough.
Oh, it's not a worst habit.
Well, sometimes it is.
Okay. All right. Yeah. People think that the person is proud or something. You know.
yeah.
Okay. When you feel complete, when you are batting at one end and
Who should be at
player-
the other end?
Yes,
When Luke Ronchi feels he's complete.
Yeah.
I don't care, anyone. If I feel good, then whoever's at the other end will just be good to talk to, so it doesn't matter. I just enjoy whoever's at the other end.
Yeah. Everyone enjoy your batting.
Yeah.
To be honest. Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you so much.
right now
Thanks.
we will do the last segment of the show before going and before leaving Luke Ronchi, the rapid fire, and we will try to clean bowl him, which was not done in the PSL. Best batsman Luke Ronchi ever bowled.
That I ever bowled.
Yeah, if you ever try to bowl, if you have a chance to bowl.
Oh gosh, I'd love to bowl at anyone.
Best,
Anyone.
best bowler you have ever faced.
Oh my gosh, that's almost impossible to. I say I've got to face Shane Warne. Dale Stone. Yeah, something like that.
Worst bowler you have ever faced.
Worst bowler?
Worst bowler.
Oh my gosh. Even that's outrageous. I have no idea. I've never thought of that.
Imran Khan, Kapil Dev, Sir Richard Headley, Ian Botham. Luke Ronchi's pick.
Of what? What do I have to pick? The best one?
Yup.
Yeah.
That's even worse. All four of them are amazing. If I had to have them in my team, I'd have all four of them in my team. If I had to face, oh gosh, I wouldn't even want to face those. No, that's
If Luke Ronchi has to face Michael Holding, Andy Roberts, Jewel Gordon, Malcolm Marshall, whom he will avoid?
let's go for Joel Garner.
Joel Gordon. If you would ever not have been a cricketer, what Luke Ronchi would have been?
A teacher. I was going to think about being a school teacher when I was young.
Your best roommate on the cricketing days.
Who did I have a lot of? I've had a lot of fun with lots of roommates. Did a lot of rooming with Marcus North.
Your worst roommate.
Who could I have? If you ever had to room with Brad Hogg, Brad Hogg was always a painful man. He was always buzzing and running around and stuff. So
Your favorite captain.
Brendan McCullum.
And your favorite Pakistan skipper.
Favorite Pakistan skipper? Gosh, Misbah probably.
Miss Pawar.
Yeah.
Shoaib Akhtar or Brett Lee?
I would prefer to face Brett Lee.
Brian Lara or Sachin Tendulkar?
Flip a coin. Just flip a coin either. I don't know. They're both amazing. They're all
David Gower, Javed Miandad, Sunil Gavaskar, Luke Ronchi's pick. If Luke Ronchi is in the draft.
What is it for Test cricket?
Yep.
Yeah, it's not for T20. Oh my gosh. You're making these questions hard, eh? How do you pick any of those guys? Who were they? David Gower, Sunil Gavaskar,
Javed Miandad.
Javed Miandad. It's the same. Anyone. I'll just.
Anyone.
Close
AB
minds
de,
pick.
AB de Villiers, Corey Anderson, Shahid Afridi or Luke Ronchi?
AB de Villiers, easy.
AB. Afridi also said AB is the choice.
Yeah.
When New Zealand will win the World Cup?
Hopefully next year.
When Pakistan will beat India in a World Cup?
In a World Cup. World Cup final, so I hope it's a World Cup final. Hopefully it's not next year because New Zealand will be in it. So it can be the one after.
and we are so much thankful. I hope you guys would have been enjoyed, and we are so much thankful to the Luke Ronchi that out of so precious time and so busy time, you have come to my show Match Point, and I feel obliged.
No, thanks for having me.
Thank you so much, Luke.
Thank you very
Thank you
much.
so much. And for the further to win the tickets, again I want to tell you that still if you are not able to win the match passes for the gold passes for the playoffs in the Global T20, you have to tell who is the favorite player of Dr. Adnan in this Global T20. And if yet you are not knowing, then you are having no reasons to come to the Global T20. So stay tuned, and we will be right back with a new star. You are watching Match Point. Take care and bye-bye.
Fantastic